Another pearl from Rumi. Let us begin. Once there lived a sage named Ahmad Khidruya. He was a man whose soul was woven from pure generosity. Yet, in his endless desire to give, he fell deeply into debt, walking through life under a perpetual shadow of borrowed gold. Thousands upon thousands he borrowed, only to pour it instantly into the hands of the poor. With these debts, he also built a dervish lodge, a sanctuary where he surrendered his soul, his wealth, and his very existence to the divine path. Just as the divine had sustained Abraham in the fire, assistance would flow to Ahmad from the most unexpected realms to clear his debts. For as the Prophet once said, 2 angels cry out daily in the marketplaces, O Divine One, bestow abundance upon those who give, and bring ruin to the hoard of the miser. For years, the sage lived in this sacred rhythm, borrowing from the world only to return it to the world, as if this were his sole cosmic duty. But the day came when he lay on his deathbed. Sensing the end, his creditors gathered around his fading form. Ahmad was melting away like a dying candle. Realizing they might never recover their gold, the creditors' hopes withered, and bitterness soured their faces. Seeing their despair, the sage felt a pang of sorrow for their heavy hearts. He murmured to himself, Look at how they fall into the abyss of doubt. Does the divine not possess 400 dinars of gold? Of course he does, and he shall send it. I will not let them leave empty-handed. Just then, the voice of a young boy echoed from the street outside. Seeking to earn a few meager coins, he cried out, Halva, sweet Halva. The sage gestured weakly to his servant. Go, buy all his Halva. Let these creditors sweeten their bitter mouths, so that even for a fleeting moment, they might stop casting such sorrowful glances upon me. The servant hurried outside and stopped the boy. How much for the entire tray? He asked. A little over half a dinar, the boy replied. Come now, do not overcharge us, the servant bargained. I offer you exactly half a dinar. Let that be an end to it. The boy agreed. The halva was arranged beautifully on a platter and brought before the dying sage. Ahmad gestured to his creditors. Come, partake of this blessed, lawful sweetness. When the platter was licked clean, the boy picked it up and stood before the sage. O wise master, give me my coin, he demanded. Where would I find money? Ahmad replied softly. I am a man drowned in debt, and moreover, I am drawing my final breath. Hearing this, the boy smashed his platter to the ground in fury. A torrent of weeping and lamentation broke from his chest. He cried bitterly, sobbing from the depths of his soul. Would that both my legs had broken. Would that I had walked into a furnace rather than pass by this door. Turning his tear-streaked face to the creditors, he shrieked, You gluttons! You slaves to your bellies! You dog-hearted men! The boy's wild cries drew a crowd of bystanders and scoundrels alike to the door. "Oh, wicked old man," the boy cried out to the sage, "my master will surely kill me. If I return empty-handed, he will slaughter me. Does your heart allow this?" The creditors, too, were appalled by the sage's actions. They began to reproach him bitterly. "What kind of righteousness is this? You consumed our wealth, you are dying in debt, and now you tyrannize an innocent child? You steal the right of a little boy and leave him weeping." The boy wept continuously until the time of the afternoon prayer. As for the sage, he simply closed his eyes, drifting into deep meditation, offering no glance to the child. He seemed entirely unmoved by the boy's suffering or the strange paradox of the situation. Pulling the shroud over his face, he closed his ears to the whispers and condemnations of the crowd. Had the price of the halva been divided among those present, it would have cost them mere pennies, and the child would have been paid. Yet, the sage's mysterious generosity prevented even this solution. No one gave the boy a single coin. Then, as the afternoon shadows lengthened, The servant entered the room carrying a golden platter. A wealthy soul, well aware of the sage's plight, had sent a miraculous gift. When the cloth covering the platter was lifted, the crowd gasped. Resting on one side were exactly 400 dinars of gold, and wrapped neatly on the other side was a single half-dinar coin. The witnesses were struck with profound awe and shame. Falling to their knees, they cried, "O wise master, we did not know. Forgive us, we spoke foolishly, blindly, and hurled empty scandals at you." Ahmad opened his eyes and looked at them with mercy. "I have forgiven every word you spoke. Hear the secret of this mystery. I petitioned the divine, and he guided me to this path. The debt I owed you was small, yet the arrival of the gold was bound to the tears of that child. Had the Halva seller not wept, the ocean of divine mercy would not have surged." Rumi says, "O brother, that weeping child is none other than yourself. Know with certainty that the fulfillment of your deepest yearning depends entirely upon your tears. If you wish to reach the realm of your desires, let the child of your eye weep within the vessel of your body." O mankind, when a calamity befalls you, do not search for earthly blame, nor waste your breath in complaint. Know that this is a sacred crucible, a divine test. Endure the trial and have patience with the one who tests you. Give glad tidings to the patient ones, for when affliction touches them, in truth we belong to the divine, and surely unto him we shall return. Understand this call and turn your heart to your sustainer, for it may well be that the very affliction breaking you down is the one opening the path to the ultimate truth, leading you directly into the light of the eternal Sunday.